I'm Lori with craftroomtime.com, and I'm here to teach you how to make these great Halloween 3D layered mandalas or SVGs. I have a haunted house. We have the spider and the spider web, and we have the bat. Bat has the cool little spider design inside of it as well. And if you pick one of the layers, you can also make some cute window clings, and I'll show you how to do that. So stay tuned. So first we're going to take our paper, and I find that it's nice if you use the scraping tool to also lay it down against the mat and adhere it. It adheres it a little better, especially if your mat's been used a couple times. After that, it's been cut. So just gently remove the paper. There's two different ways, by the lift-off method or by bending and peeling back the mat off of the paper itself. Some people prefer not to bend the mats because they break once they get older and brittle, so either way works. So now you have your design, and I find it is easier to peel back the design when there are intricate pieces like this, like the pumpkin and the little spiral, so they don't rip or tear. It just takes patience. This mat that I'm using is brand new, so it is a little stickier than normal. And then just lift the bats off with your fingers. So preserving the mat's probably the most important part, just to save you frustration later. So I like to just pick off the little pieces that I can, the biggest pieces that I can, and then I'll use the scraping tool to pick off some of the other ones that I can't quite get with my finger. I try not to scrape too far off the mat because you are affecting that glue layer, that sticky glue layer. So I just try to be careful with my mats. Don't put too much fingers on them. Try to keep the material that's on them on and off as quick as possible without adding too much oils to the mat. Your mat will last a lot longer if you do this. So what I did now, I cut that black house out and I thought it would be really cute for a window cling. So I used removable vinyl and just attached it to my mat and then recut that house again. And you'll see in our post on the blog how the window clings turned out. They're very cute. Again, I used the scraper to adhere the vinyl to the mat and try to get out as many bubbles as I can. Not necessary, but it just helps to have a cleaner cut. So now that that's cut, you can kind of see it in the shadow there. And for window clings, you can use a transfer sheet. For this project, I didn't do that, and I'll show you later when I do the bat what I did. So now I'm just showing you how you layer the different houses onto the moons. And it's best always to apply your little foam dots to the backs, so that way you won't put them in the wrong spots. And then you can kind of gauge to see if you needed an extra one and throw it under there before it becomes completely stuck down. Your color choices, of course, can be different than mine. I was just trying to make the yellows and the oranges a little different to kind of give that glowing effect of the inside of the house. These are the stickers that I use. I found that these are very easy to work with. And if you need smaller ones, I just take an X-Acto knife and cut them. For the bats, I just folded the bat around to lift up the ends of the wings and to kind of give them a little bit of a 3D effect. And then just put the foam dot under it. I only did one layer for the bat. And they're very cute with the little rolls. This project was very easy to make. It's very cute. It's big enough that you could use a command strip behind it and hang it on a wall without putting it in a shadow box. Of course, you can resize these to any size that you like. This takes up a whole 11.5 by 11.5, so a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. You don't have to add the foam dots. You could just layer them one on top of another as well. And you can use any of the layers, of course, for your window clean. So there you have the haunted house. Now let's take a look at the spider and the spider web. I designed this so that the spider web would show through the spider. I thought it might be kind of cool to give it that layered effect. So you just want to make sure your spider is lined up, the one with the web in it is lined up on the white web accordingly, and then you'll put it together. So the red is the very back, and you see I'm just assembling it on top of the white so that I can keep that web in the right place when I'm ready to lay it down. So just double checking again to make sure of where it goes on that web to line up the lines. You don't have to be that picky, of course, it's just I am that picky. And then that layer goes on top to give it that widowy look. On top or underneath, either way. And then that one with the hole cut out is the very top layer. So I find it easiest when you're working with the webs and everything to align them how you want them. So I decided not to put the white right on top of the black lined up. I decided to give it like a shadowy effect. But just play around with it until it's where you want it, how you want it to be. So now quickly I'll just show you how I'm laying down the dots and attaching the spider together, making sure that it still lines up on that web. Attaching the glue dots to the backs of the top layer. So they won't be seen. And last, aligning the black one where I want it to show through like a reflection of the white one, or a shadow. Now you could just use the web here and make some cute window clings. Cut them in half, do them in diagonals, and you can put them on your windows. This is the bat. This is the window cling for the bat. You can see the glare shows you how it was cut out. So you can cut two on one 12 by 12 removable vinyl. The one I picked is the one with the spider in it to show you how it laid on there. Then I started to peel this off. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I knew I didn't want to use transfer sheets because this is just going to go straight on the window, and these designs are big enough that they're not so intricate that you really need transfer sheets. But you can do it however you like. So I just weeded it directly on top of the mat, being careful of course not to go through any of the layers. So now you see that I've just completely weeded it, and now I'll just pull it off of the mat. And then I'll just adhere it right to the window, remove the backing, and just stick it right on the window. For the haunted house, I did use a transfer sheet, just because of the little pumpkin area was a little more intricate. And here is what they turned out to look like. They're so cute. And now I'm assembling the paper bat. Very simple. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. Be sure to subscribe and like our channel, and I'll see you next time.